Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my experience with birth control. I've been both on the pill and nexplanon, which is the implant in the arm. So I thought I would talk about the pros, the cons, what I liked and didn't like about each of those if you are just interested or maybe curious about going on birth control. Of course, I just want to say right away, I'm just a girl. I don't know if some of the stuff is actually accurate or from the birth control. This is just my own opinions and thoughts. And obviously everyone has different experiences, so some people might have better experiences or worse experiences with these, but this is my personal experience. I do have some notes on my iPad if I am looking down at all. So first I went on the pill. I went on the pill when I was about 15, maybe near the beginning of high school, and I went on it for period cramps. That was the only reason. I've always had the worst period cramps, so much pain, like literal tears coming out of my eyes when I'm on my cramps. I mean, on my period and having cramps. So I talked to my doctor and she suggested that I start birth control. And so I took the pill. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory. You take a pill every single day. You're supposed to take it at the same exact time every day for it to actually do what it's supposed to, especially if you're using it to prevent pregnancy. If you don't take it at the exact same time all the time, I heard that can make it not be as effective. If you are using the pill to prevent pregnancy, it's about 99% effective if you are using it accurately all the time, but that's kind of unlikely because it's hard to do it at the same time, and it's more like 93% effective. At least that's what online says. I'm just going by what I'm reading. So first of all, it did not help with cramps. It really didn't. I was on the pill for about 2 years. I don't know why, because it really did not help with my cramps. If you're getting it for cramps, be aware that it might do literally nothing, because it literally did nothing for me. I will say right away, I did not like how inconvenient the pill was. When I first understood that I had to be good about taking it regularly, I was like, oh, easy peasy. No, because last minute you're doing something, you're out of the house and you forget to take it with you and then you don't have it, and it was a hassle. I will say that on the pill, my period was the same as before. I've always had a pretty regular period at this point in my life, and going on the pill did not affect that at all. I stayed regular. I know that's not the case with everyone though. I'm gonna read all the possible side effects for the pill. These are all on a reliable website, but again, everyone is different. So possible side effects for the pill is nausea, breast tenderness, headaches, spotting, missed periods, weight gain, mood changes, decreased sex drive, discharge, blood clots, high blood pressure, liver tumors, breast cancer, and cervical cancer are some more serious things. And honestly, that's kind of scary. And I feel like if I would have known that and I understood more when I was younger, that's not worth it at all. Having those possibly happen for birth control just to help with cramps, I should have just dealt with my cramps. But anyway, I did not experience many of those though, honestly. The ones I really experienced was weight gain. And then 2 is mood changes. I was sad, crying, I got depressed. I even went on antidepressants, and I feel like a lot of the reason I became depressed and had to go on those antidepressants was from the birth control, because I was totally fine before that. And then after I got off the pill, a couple months later, after everything was out of my system, I was a happy little gal again. So I feel like, yeah, big things. Weight gain, I was sad, didn't even help with my cramps. Are there any pros? No. Not for me, no pros. So personally, I do not recommend that literally at all. If you are going out for cramps, obviously you could have a different outcome than me, but. So I was off of birth control for about a year or 2, I believe, before I went back on a birth control. After talking to my doctor a couple years later, we decided I wanted to go on birth control, and this time it was to prevent pregnancy. We decided that the birth control pills were not for me, so we decided on nexplanon. Nexplanon is the implant in your arm. It was about right here. I'd say it was about this big, 2 to 3 inches maybe, if that sounds right. Oh, I thought it couldn't get worse than the pill. I'm sorry, I'm getting off a little cold, so if I'm sniffling a little bit or my voice is kind of off, I was a little sick. Anyway, so nexplanon. I was on that for a little longer than the pill for sure, more like 2.5 years. Yeah, worse than the pill. Insert, I was scared to get it inserted. It was a pinch because I think they numbed it and then they put it in. I didn't really feel them putting it in. I just felt the pinch from the thing they were putting in to numb me, like a little shot. After it was inserted, I had mucho bruising on my arm. It was there for probably a week at least, and it was a big bruise, and I wrapped it up Originally they had it wrapped up, but I kind of kept wrapping it up just because it was summer and I wanted short sleeves, but the bruise was so big and everyone was asking questions. So many questions from everyone. I will say it was more convenient than the pill. I didn't have to worry about taking something every day and worrying about that. Like, it literally, like, I didn't have to do a single thing ever. If you do want to go on nexplanon though, or I think any implant, I don't know if there are different kinds, but it lasts for 3 years, and after 3 years you have to get it removed, and if you want to get it put back in, you can get a new one, but it only lasts for 3 years, which actually 3 years I feel like is a decent amount. Oh, okay guys, worst part about it, I had my periods twice a month, pretty much every month. My periods were no longer regular, they were wonky, they were 2 times a month. The nexplanon also did not help with my cramps at all. Not that I went on it for cramps, but it didn't help at all if you are curious. Honestly, this is probably like just like a me thing, but it like would gross me out at random times. Like, I'd feel it in my arm and I'm like, this is really gross, I don't like that this is in me, this is weird. And also, like, now that I think about it, like, I don't really like that was in my arm, like this piece of like thin unknown thing that's in my body, and then oh, grosses me out. Also, when they were removing it, it did not hurt, but again, I wanted to like puke because I was so grossed out, because the doctor had to like fish it out because like your stuff wraps around in it because it like thinks it's, I don't know, like it thinks it's supposed to be in there, and your body just, it literally took 5 minutes for him to remove it, which 5 minutes doesn't seem like a long time, but for him to sit in there and try to dig it out, like, I was like panicking, and he said some people have it get broken off in their arm and then they have to do surgery to get that removed, and I'm like, oh. Anyway, let's talk about side effects. So possible side effects, these are just possible ones that are on this reliable website, whatever. Changes in period, they can become longer, shorter, spotting, which if you don't know, you just have some bleeding here and there, just like a little bit. Mood swings, weight gain, headache, acne, depressed mood, weight gain. I feel like I already said that. I definitely wrote weight gain twice. Viral infections like sore throats, breast pain, stomach pain, painful periods, nervousness, back pain, nausea, dizziness. This website, as a last thing, it literally just listed pain. Just pain in general. So I think overall there is more side effects, I think. I don't know. I definitely experienced more side effects with this one. We love nexplanon. Weight gain again. And again, do I 100% know that that's from the birth control? No. Do I think it is? Yes. Headaches. Oh my gosh, I've never had so many headaches in my life. Oh, I'm not on it anymore, I should say. But hold on, I'll get to that. I did have so many headaches. Depressed mood. Oh, I was sad. I would cry all the time for random reasons. And I asked myself, why am I crying right now? No idea. No idea. Nausea. I like literally always thought I thought I was pregnant because I was so nauseous all the time. Acne. I got more acne. And back pain. So with the pill, I never thought I was pregnant. Not that I was sexually active, but I never thought I was pregnant. That nexplanon, I had so many pregnancy side effects every month. So what I found out is with nexplanon, I don't know if it's other things too, it literally tricks your body into thinking you're already pregnant. So that's why you're not gonna get pregnant, unlikely, because your body already thinks you are. So you experience pregnancy symptoms for a little bit before you get your period. At least I did. Like nausea and having to pee a lot and back pain, so many things. Like, I was like, every month I thought I was pregnant, but then I finally learned that that's just symptoms that you get with nexplanon. Yeah, and I think this one is 99% effective, so it's more effective than the pill. People have obviously gotten pregnant both on the pill and nexplanon before. Even with the nexplanon, 99% effective, there's 1%. So if you're curious on that. And then I was, like I said, I was on the nexplanon for 2.5 years. I got it out this past December, so coming up to almost a year of it having been out, and life has not been great since having it out. My periods were regular for my whole life, even on the pill. With nexplanon, I had them like twice a month. Now I have them once every like 2 months. Like, my periods are like, I have them less, and they're not regular, and they're so heavy, and my cramps are still bad. I guess I'm just complaining about that because that has nothing to do with birth control. But oh my goodness, like, it's probably like 10 months and I'm still like not regular, and my husband and I are ready to have kids now, and it's like nothing's happening. Like, obviously we're not pregnant yet, and it's kind of scary that I heard that birth control can literally make you infertile. So if you're a young gal who's like, oh, I want to go on birth control just for cramps, birth control has so many side effects. It can cause long-term problems like infertility. Like, if you want to have kids, like, that's so scary and sad that you might not be able to just because you went on that. Obviously, that's not for everyone, and it's probably not super common, but it can happen. Here are my overall thoughts. The pill wasn't convenient, didn't help with cramps, not super effective, like, not the best method for preventing pregnancy, at least if you're just doing that. A little bit of side effects, not a lot. Nexplanon, more convenient, hurt to put in, made my periods worse, didn't help with cramps, more effective with helping with pregnancy. Honestly, if you are watching this because you're considering getting either, oh, it's so hard though, because I know people really just like want it like to prevent pregnancy a lot, but it's like, oh, I know it's effective, but like with how sad I was on the pill and the Nexplanon, like it was so hard. And even just after Nexplanon, how it's like messed up with my cycles and made it so, well, I don't know for sure it's what is preventing me from getting pregnant as quickly as I was hoping, but it could be. It's just a scary thing. Do your research, talk to your doctor. If I could go back, I wouldn't have done either. I would have dealt with those cramps. And maybe this is TMI, but I did not have any I don't know what YouTube lets me say. I didn't do it with anyone before I was with my husband, and I didn't do it with my husband until I knew that he was the one. So I would have been fine not having that extra type of thing to prevent pregnancy, because I would have only gotten pregnant with my husband's kids, and I knew it was going to be with my husband. I don't know if this is weird to say, but I feel like I would have rather done none of that birth control and gotten pregnant at like 19, 20, whatever, than gone through what I've gone through with that. I don't know. Anyway, just thought I would share my experience, maybe help a gal out, and this was just interesting to listen to. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.